Hello, let's have a conversation about some of the things and strategies that you should not do if you experience anxiety. Hi, I'm Kim Adams, and I work with midlife women to build more self-acceptance, more confidence and calm, and less anxiety in their life. I use grounded spirituality, embodied movement with yoga, and psychology to provide group and one-on-one sessions. So today I want to talk about anxiety and how our natural and inbuilt response to when we experience anxiety can actually be the least helpful thing that you can do. And then, of course, provide some strategies on what you can do. So if you do enjoy this video, please like and subscribe and share with others that you think might get some value out of this. So when you experience anxiety, the natural thing for many of us, and you might experience this, the natural thing you want to do is to stop that feeling, to suppress the anxiety, to stop it, to avoid it. Of course, anxiety is really uncomfortable, so you want to not feel that way. But the challenging thing with that is by trying to forcefully suppress a feeling that you are having, you actually start to create a negative feedback loop to your brain that says you are feeling anxious, and that very feeling of anxiety becomes the thing that then creates more anxiety. In addition, anxiety is often there for a reason. Anxiety is a natural feeling that we have. And for some of us, we may have learnt habits and patterns of behavior where we become anxious in situations that we don't necessarily need to. But nonetheless, the anxiety is there for a reason, and it is a feeling that you are having in the moment. And that warrants attention and consideration and a curiosity about what that anxiety might be telling you. So we don't want to try and suppress. Also, because the energy that is required to try and suppress emotions, to try and avoid, to try and ignore a feeling is just really exhausting. When if we can lean into that feeling, that's when we can free up our energy and free up the resources that we're using in trying to desperately ignore how we feel, and use those resources, those mental and emotional resources, to actually start the healing process. By avoiding the anxious feeling, you are telling yourself that this anxious feeling is much worse than it actually is. So what can you do to better respond when you are feeling anxiety? If you do experience anxiety, I would ask that you embrace it. Anxiety, as I said, is a natural feeling. Anxiety is there for a reason, and we need to lean into it and accept that in this moment, your anxiety is coming up. We need to know that being anxious or sometimes feeling sad and other emotions that are negative emotions is normal. Through allowing yourself to be in the moment of the anxiety, you can start to connect in and understand what is going on for you, what is happening in your mind and in your body, and then take steps to learn from that and to break that feedback loop that when you feel anxiety, you become even more anxious, and therefore that creates more anxiety. There are tools that you can use to help you sit in the anxiety in a more comfortable way. The first is to recognize that you are feeling anxious and to verbalize that either in your head or even out loud, that I am experiencing anxiety. And this is aimed at disconnecting the thought that you are anxious, that you are the anxiety, that the anxiety is part of you. Can you suggest to yourself, acknowledge to yourself, I am having an anxious moment. I have anxiety right now. I am feeling anxiety. It is something that is passing through you. It is not you. And then Can you allow those feelings to come, knowing that they are not going to overwhelm you, knowing that if you can sit and listen to the message of the anxiety, that it will start to dissipate. And the dissipation will start if you can bring yourself in the present moment. So the third step is to become more mindfully present of the moment and mindfully grounded in your body. I think for me, the two tools that are most important and most easily available to everyone is first the breath and then connection with the physical body. So if you can bring your awareness to your breath, slowing down the inhalation, slowing down the exhalation, and being very conscious and intentional with taking several breaths, 3, 5, or even 10 breaths. Next, and in conjunction with the breathing, is starting to feel your body. One of the things that many people who experience anxiety have is a disconnection from their body. We get caught in our head and the overthinking. So can you simply start to feel your feet on the ground? Can you feel your body sitting on the chair? Can you be aware of the air on your skin? Starting to bring your presence and your attention to the present moment through the breath and in the present moment to your body. The anxiety will start to move and shift, allowing, knowing it is natural to feel anxious at times, and then breathe into that and allow it to move on. And start to become more curious every time your anxiety flares up. By being in the present moment, you might start to realize patterns. You might start to realize how you can manage yourself more quickly each time you practice these tools of breathing and body mindfulness. So I hope this was of some help. I hope you can find some calm and peace within the anxious moment, knowing that it is a moment, it is a thought, it is a feeling that you are having. And if you can come back to your body and your breath, that anxious feeling and moment will pass, and you will start to become more confident in your ability to manage those anxious moments. Please like and share if you did, and I'll see you next time.